It's the SDG Podcast. Before we get started, you can check us out on the web at solutiondesign.com/podcast or find us on all the social medias, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Solution Design Group. Welcome, gentlemen, to our last podcast of the year. With us today, we've got Chad Juttner.
Hey.
Peter Lawrence.
Hi there.
And joining us once again, Eric Schneider. So we did a pre-2025 podcast about predictions and all of that. And now we're going to close that out. This is the other bookend for that. So I've got scores. I've got scoring.
I was going to say I didn't listen to it, but I'm sure we're at, 10 out of 10,
I
right,
just
Chad?
yeah, I'll have to take them with a grain of salt. I just used AI and put it all together. So before we get into that, how was your year? Did you have fun?
There's some ups and downs.
Yeah. I learned far too many new terms about the human heart after I was diagnosed with a heart condition, so that was fun.
Ouch.
That's exciting.
Right.
Yeah.
Eric just bringing the mood up right away.
Yeah.
Medical terminology.
The long and short is that when I finally saw a cardiologist, he was like, "Why are you in my office? Get out of my office." So I don't think it's actually a risk to my existence, but they send you all these test results and you don't understand any of it, but now it's 2025, so you just feed it into an AI and it translates it into regular English for you, which is nice.
You are going to die. Oh wait,
2 weeks to live. Yeah.
It was also the first time where, and it was actually really ironic and funny because I was explaining how to the doctor that I was able to run again after a permanent foot injury years ago because I asked an AI what shoes I should buy. And he was like, "Oh, that's really interesting. You used an AI to do that, huh?" And then I looked over and he was typing my heart condition symptoms into an LLM, and then we watched it feed out what he was going to recommend that he read off the screen to me. So that was a new experience too.
So how was that? Was he right on? I mean, was it close?
Well, I guess the issue is that they did all the diagnostics for what could directly be a cause and effect for the symptoms, and there's nothing. So it's just my heart's just doing weird stuff, which there's a technical term, idiopathic. I didn't know that word meant, but it's that when doctors have no idea what's causing something, then that's what it is. So
yeah,
sometimes, but
it's Latin for miscellaneous.
I have a heart condition and I took all these tests and the doctor said, "Yeah, you have this problem. We found it probably shortens your life by about 4 or 5 hours. So I wouldn't worry about it." I was like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can deal with that. Peter, good year, heart condition. Any did you get hit by a bus? Yeah.
No medical stuff. I'm kicking right along. Everything's going well. I think we talked about AI a little bit last year, or during this 2025.
Has it come up?
It's been mentioned. We talked about the twins. I see Chad's sporting the headwear. You can't see that on the audio version, but he's got a Twins hat on. He's always a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Day 0, always gonna go to the World Series. Day 183 seems a little shorter than I expected.
There's always next year.
There's always next year.
Let's see. Since we're talking about Chad, let's check his predictions. See how he did.
Let's do it.
You ready for this, Chad?
Yeah, I don't remember doing them, but go ahead.
I took the transcript and I ran it through and got some scores, and take it all with a grain of salt. It's just for fun. If it didn't know, it put a 0.5 for the score. So if it knew and it was false, 0. If it knew and it thought it was true, then it's a 1. So a really simple scoring system. Chad, you said AI co-pilots boost dev speed.
Okay.
That's a 1, right?
That's a definite one.
That's a
Are
1.
you using Claude, the new Claude thing?
So I use two tools. I use Cloud Code, which is like a command line tool, and I also use Kiro from AWS. They both kind of do the same kind of thing. Um, I I'm kind of preferring Cloud Code
Hmm.
a little bit more because it just seems like the results are a little better right now. I don't know. I mean, Kiro's got hyped quite a bit at reInvent this year, so I'm sure they're going to put some time into it.
I mean,
Um,
every AI
yeah,
changes every 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I heard
But
Claude though is the best.
it's pretty good. So I've been using that combined with Google's Spec Kit project um, to build demos and little toy applications, and then there's a couple of things I'm working on more seriously with those. And I mean, yeah, it's great. Um it certainly accelerates the start of a project, and gets me um I, I like it because it lets me just be a little bit more creative and run more experiments without having to invest a ton of time into all of it. You know what I mean? Like, it used
Yeah.
to be, if you want to play with something, you want to experiment with something, you got to set up all your boilerplate, and it takes you, you know, a few hours, if not a day or two, to get to a
Right.
point where you can actually start with whatever you're experimenting on. With this, it's, within a half hour, you've got something up and running. And yeah, so I pay for a handful of AI tools now. And I think so far Claude Code is winning for me at least.
But not the
Now,
name.
as they go through these, you can just reject it if you pretty sure you didn't say it.
Mhm.
Number two, Chad, companies loosen AI rules.
Yeah, I mean, that's happening at my client. Start of the year, they were very strict. End of the year, we've rolled out Copilot everywhere. Um, I yeah, so I think that's happening.
There, it's a mix, so you got a 0.5. Facebook continues to decline.
Yep, I am
And
almost ready to delete my account. It is At this point, it is practically useless for what I enjoyed it for years ago.
and you were right. That one
Do you
scores a
think
1.
do you think AI is causing that, Chad, or do you think just
Yeah,
bots in general?
I mean, the amount of slop and the AI crap and the bots and the um like, I want to go out there and I want to see my friends and family and their
Right.
kids and
Yep.
pictures, right? I almost never see that right now. Like, if I pull it up right now, I might see one post from a friend, and then I'll see like four things generated by AI, and then you keep
Yeah.
going, right?
Yep.
I miss the days where it was like a chronological feed and not this quote unquote smart feed, like
Right.
you just
Yeah.
saw, like, here's all the new
Yeah, they
stuff.
ruined it. It's ruined.
So that algorithm, it's bad. And I'm close to being done with
Yeah.
most social media. Facebook specifically is just
Yep.
it's
Challenge.
horrible. Yeah.
The only reason to hold on to it that I can think of is all of my relatives that are old and use Facebook, and that's all they use. But
Yeah. I
I'm gonna
I
I'm gonna
have
shut
a
it down.
I go on there and I look at the memories. So, like, here's memory, because I've been on it for since what, '07 or '08, or I forget
Right.
when it came
Yeah.
out.
Forever.
And so I very much enjoy seeing pictures of my kids and what I was doing, just like this morning. Here's a picture of Abby from 15 years ago.
Right.
That's great. I like that. Um, and then, but aside from that, like, there's really not a lot there anymore.
All right. Blue Sky succeeds if bots are controlled. So the growth has happened. The bot thing is unresolved, apparently. So that's a 0.5. And explosion of AI generated media. was true. That's a 1. All
So the
driving.
AI, wait, the AI said that the AI generated media is exploded?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
It blowed
I
up
can't.
real
Yeah,
good.
Peter, I can't wait for mine because I'm pretty sure I just ragged on AI, and now we're having AI judge my opinions of AI.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's doing a fair judgment.
Yeah, it's not, it sounds good.
Yeah, I think I
AI
just saw that
driving features reduce accidents.
I just saw that Disney made a huge investment in OpenAI. Um,
That's going to be
was announced.
interesting.
It was announced last week. The Disney company and OpenAI reached an agreement to bring characters from Disney to Sora. That sounds awful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the beginning of the end or the end of the beginning?
I don't know.
Can't it be both? Are there
You know,
AI driving features yet?
I haven't seen any.
Me neither.
I think that's probably more of a machine learning problem and not an AI problem, right? Or at least not a generative
Oh,
AI
it's
problem for
driving.
sure.
No driving
Yeah.
features. That's weird.
Well, okay, so
Um,
like the green Cadillac cruise control and Ford's blue cruise
I remember
control
this.
and those kinds of things, right? They're still level 2. Are they going to get to level 1 yet? They're not there yet. Are they better? Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty definitive that like those systems plus a human who's attentive is better combined than a human alone.
Oh yeah.
And like Waymo, their product in the circumstances that they operate, because they are in markets that are easier than all markets. It's I think the data is pretty clear, but there's still a long ways to go for them.
They're still driving through police standoffs and things like that, right? So
yeah, which I'm sure people do too.
Well,
So
we're getting Waymo is coming to Minneapolis in 2026. At least we're on their investigative or their whatever, right?
yeah, so I'm curious. Yeah, so I'm curious if they'll operate in the snow or not. That's always been the thing for them is can they handle the snow?
Yeah, and I think
no.
the snow is a big thing. And then I just read articles about how people in Waymo cities are doing like these kind of hilarious denial of service attacks with Waymo just by ordering a bunch
Yes.
of them and clogging streets with them, right?
Oh
Like,
man.
and they get so confused, like somebody has to come and like physically drive them
Just
away or
wreck
something.
it.
I don't know. It's
the
interesting.
dark side of automation.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
People
even really-
just
I mean-
got to wreck everything.
Yeah,
Aging
it's
riders exit motorcycles. Well, I would think they would lose their ability to ride a motorcycle at some point. This was a 0.5 demographic trend. It's happening slowly. Are you
Well, I
thinking
think-
that there's going to be a bunch of motorcycles available because we have a huge group of people that are getting old?
I think Harley Davidson specifically, that company is in financial trouble because the next generation does not want to buy big, expensive motorcycles like that. I think the thing, I read this a while ago, the thing that saved Harley Davidson is one of the heirs, so it's all run by the family still. But when they branched out into clothing and branding and all of this other
Right.
stuff,
Yeah.
that's where they make almost as much money on hats, jackets, and other stuff as they do on actual
Yeah,
motorcycles.
Almost. It's not more. I would have guessed more.
I forget the exact breakdown, but if not for that, then but I think, I mean, like brands like that are gonna slowly go away. And I if Harley Davidson goes away, there's not a I mean, there's Indian and there's a couple other things, but I don't know. I think motorcycles in general, they're always going to be around, but popularity is not what I remember when I was in high school or even as a younger fella.
Maybe once the AI driving takes over and makes it safer for motorcycles, then people will be willing to drive them more. Maybe
Yeah.
if they put
Yeah.
a sand sensor on a motorcycle where you could tell where the loose sand is.
Well,
That
they
would
have
be
there is a bike that has the technology built in from what are those like scooters? The what do you call them? The
Segway.
Segways. Yeah, that Segway technology. Some of that stuff is making it into motorcycles, so which
Yeah.
is theoretically is supposed to make them more,
because there's a
um,
self-balancing motorcycle, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I need.
Honda makes a they're big, they're massive, big like
Goldwing?
street bike, the Goldwing, yeah. One of those even has airbags, which is insane. Like if you crash your motorcycle, I'm not as worried about hitting my head on the handlebars as I am, going through the car behind me's windshield.
Well,
But
maybe it's side
yeah.
impact, so you can, or back impact. I mean, that's the other thing, that safety gear has gotten a little bit better, right? Like there's
Mhm.
airbag equipped riding gear.
Yeah, I mean the helmets are amazing. I don't wear helmets or anything when I ride, but
Yep.
if you do, they're pretty. I mean, you'll probably survive.
They got Bluetooth now too, right?
I know. They have Bluetooth. They have too many. Well, there's again though, like there's so many distractions to these things, where the benefit is, the distraction is outweighing the benefit of wearing it. So
I think I'm going to blast through the last four here. 2025 is boring. That was a 0. Vikings win the Super Bowl. That was a 0.
Wait,
Twins
still
win the World
still
Series.
mathematically possible, right?
Oh,
no, the Vikings
Is
are
it?
mathematically eliminated.
Have they been mathematically
Twins
eliminated?
win the
Okay,
World Series. Didn't happen. And Timberwolves underperform, which depends on
Wow.
your expectations. So that was a 0.5. So Chad, your
I
total
would
was
have given them 0 on
5,
that one.
5 out of 11. But we'll tally them a little differently when we're done.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
These are predictions and they're hard to hit.
You pick stocks that well, you'd be a
Unless
millionaire.
you're a prophet. All right. Peter.
That's me.
All right, where are you? Scrolling. You didn't do that many.
Well,
it only found like 5 or 6 of them, 5 of them. So AI improves but doesn't take over. So that's a 1.
Yeah.
Social media lifespan is going to be approximately a decade, which you got a 0.5 on that, but you're directionally right. It's just too early to tell.
Okay. So 10 years, that's it.
Yeah. I would go 5, but I'd be wrong.
At some point, are all the humans going to leave and the bots will just be there talking to themselves?
That's going to be a glorious thing when they're off. Just it's like whatever.
They're just distracted.
Yeah, and they just turn the server off.
And I mean, I think that's the real problem with all of the social media, right? Is the bot traffic and the AI slop taking away the social, which is really the whole thing that humans want out of this, is some social connection, and just ruining it, throwing it away.
Yeah, it sucks. All right. Self-driving inevitability advances. It's
0.
going policy signals and slow. I don't know what that means. It's like there's maybe policy issues and it's a slow move in that direction. So that's a 0.5.
I mean, Waymo's not in Minneapolis yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are expanding and improving. Tesla.
I can't wait till December, man. That first snowstorm, just the Waymo.
I'm just going to go around with one of those big car loaders and just pick up all the stuck Waymos.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry. You indicated that 2025 is boring.
Yeah.
And that's false. I have not been bored.
It was exciting.
Well, it depends on if you were bored, I guess. Were you bored in 2025, Peter?
Kinda.
All right. Infrastructure adapts for AI. Early pilots only. It's still in the early stages of that, so they gave you a 0.5. So you scored 2.5 out of 5. I would say 3 out of 5, giving you one for the boring, giving you a 0.5 for that.
All right.
All right.
How'd Kyle do?
Kyle, that guy. All right. So I predicted AI shifts from hype to real utility, which is already happening. That was kind of low-hanging fruit.
0.5.
So it's a 1, but I don't feel like I
No, that's
solved any
0.5.
of the world's problems.
I'm gonna go off the wife factor here. My wife is using it, so I'm gonna say it's a 1.
Yeah.
I thought
I'm
she would.
using it.
I thought she would reject it for the rest of her career, but no.
Did you guys see my awesome video game that I created?
I did.
Vibe coding.
Played it.
Yeah, that's like a really solid use of AI.
I'm surprised it didn't win Game of the Year, to be honest. They just had the Game Awards last week.
I thought somebody would submit it, but
Forgot to submit it.
I think it was too late. Pro-nuclear campaign ramps up. This is a 1. It's a clear trend. I watched a video last night that was phenomenal, that put it all into perspective. And it was like, let's do this. I want one of those little nuke things in my backyard.
Yeah. Shed size nuke. Sign me up.
Yeah. The submarine ones. Energy strain, brownout risk. I was thinking that with all the AI stuff ramping up, it would really... The strain is yes, but true brownouts is unclear. They gave me a 0.5. I said Superman would break records, and it gave me a 0.5, but I'm going to say it was a 0.
All right.
Because what I really said is that it was going to be the biggest movie in the history of movies. And so...
May not have made that leap.
It was not that.
Right. I did enjoy it, you know.
Yeah. As you should.
But I liked Fantastic Four better. I just did.
Wow.
I don't want to get into why, but I was an early, adopter. I was, I wasn't born in the 60s or anything, but it was one of my favorite comic books. So
okay.
I thought the things they did, I didn't mind like a female Silver Surfer. I thought that was kind of cool. And actually, Shia LaBeouf did at one point become the Silver Surfer, so I thought that was good. Anyway, streaming consolidation, that's a 1, and it was kind of already underway. I thought it would be like, well, it has really ramped up. I mean, Netflix just bought or just merged with bought a big one, HBO Max.
Yep.
Warner Brothers. That's a big one. Disney is like doing some other thing in that space. I don't know.
Well, there's still
have
Hulu,
the details.
ESPNing.
Yeah. If you have Hulu, watch Justified, my favorite show. Ads get more aggressive. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's a 1. It's really I don't know. I think I watched a 5-minute video and there was an ad every minute on YouTube. So
nice.
I say it continues to be by the of all the streaming services I pay for, paying for YouTube is the best value for me.
Yeah,
because like genuinely, because I think
I'm
my family
about to pull the trigger on it.
I think my family consumes more hours of YouTube in a week than any other service, including Disney Plus. And I have a 6-year-old, so it's saying something. And having 0 ads is really awesome.
AI slop drives users away. They gave me a 0.5 on that. It's anecdotal and partial metrics. I think we're going to really see that in the coming years. Increased drone regulation, that was localized but not sweeping, so I got a 0.5 for that. Deepfake crackdowns expand.
Well, hold on,
That was-
hold on. Go back to drones. Did DJI get shut down officially
Did
yet?
they, or did they make their deadline?
I don't know.
I didn't see that they got shut down yet. Has the
I thought that
deadline
would have
even
been
happened
news.
yet?
Yeah,
Could you look it up while I go on the next one?
I can. Yeah.
Deepfake crackdowns expand. That was a 1. There's a lot of legislation and enforcement out there ramping up. Insurance pushes AI car adoption. Early signals, but nothing really tangible. They gave me a 0.5. And Windows 10 end of life causes breakage, and that's a 1, almost guaranteed. So they gave me an 8 out of 11, but I feel like I feel good with a 7.
All right.
Yeah.
December 23rd is DJI's date.
Oh,
4 days.
pay close
4 days
attention.
too early.
And last but certainly not least, and I saved you for
Oh.
last because you're certainly not least.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Um,
Well, we'll see when the scores come in.
Yep. So prediction 1, AI faces union and legal pushback. Yes. Contracts and lawsuits. AI growth plateaus. That was a 0.5. It says there's some flattening, but still expanding. AI helps seniors more than juniors. I don't know what that meant. Was
Senior
that high
developers
school?
more than junior
Senior
developers.
development?
Yeah, senior developer. So it's really the idea that you can't trust what the AI gives you. You have to be a filter for it. And so somebody who has knowledge of the subject you're asking about can be that filter, but somebody who does not, wouldn't know truth from fiction there.
I'm way too trusting and gullible. I'm the guy that is going to be like, "Hey, did you hear about this thing?" And it's going to be completely wrong. And
Right. Well,
that's
that's
just me.
I'm with you because if I ask it a question I don't know the answer to, so I'm like, sounds great, and then
Yeah.
I ask it, like I posted an example in our Slack of like how would you do this to my car, something I was very knowledgeable of, and it offered me the most idiotic, dangerous advice possible. Even though 5 minutes
Yeah.
earlier I was like, I asked it a different question. I was like, sounds good,
Yeah.
Was it duct
It's
tape
like-
and baling wire?
Almost like it was like genuinely dangerous. Like it would cause like dangerous faults in my car if I followed its
Yeah.
advice.
How should I fix my garage door? Well, first you're going to want to get up there and yank that garage spring off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on the
And,
spring. Get
all
some
right.
bars plugged into the holes first.
Self-driving stalls without the infrared stuff. And that's a 0.5. Progress has been slow, but it hasn't quite stalled.
I'm gonna dispute that because I think I'm referring to Tesla, and Tesla has stalled.
Okay. So
I
we'll go
concur.
from a 5 to a 1. Just remember, you get an extra half point. Incremental tech year. Don't know what that meant. Some disruption, mostly incremental.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Don't know what
saying
that meant.
something?
Yeah, don't know what that is.
Would it
Yeah.
give them?
Yeah, was that right?
0.5.
Yeah.
It's one of those where it didn't know for sure, so it gave you a 0.5.
Yeah.
That
sounds right if we don't know.
Yeah, and then Windows end of life chaos was a 1. So we can.
Wait, there's been chaos? Have I missed the chaos?
Well, I have a lot of chaos to deal with because I have a lot of laptops that I really
No.
can't donate. I just
But-
have to get rid of them, or I don't know, figure out
But
something
they're
to do
o-
with them.
But it's not causing chaos. Nobody's.
Have you seen my office?
Your office chaos was not caused by Windows 10. I'm sorry. That chaos existed before Windows 10. It will exist after
Throw me a
Windows 10.
bone. Come on.
Yeah, there was at my customer, the Windows 11 upgrade was an incredible year-long bit of drama, honestly. And,
Yeah.
and there was an endless parade of angry people over the whole thing. So
Because they waited till the last year.
I had to, I had to get some folks to do their upgrade, and I had to, tweak some systems to get them to upgrade. But at the end of the day, I think I only had to replace one that wouldn't upgrade. So the scores, the rankings, if we look at them and we go by accuracy percentage, so it takes out, it doesn't matter how many, it's going to give us a percentage. So based on that, and if we just take the scores it gave us and don't change anything, Eric was at 75%. I was at 73%. Peter was at 50%, and Chad was at 45.
Wow. I feel like Chad did better than that.
I feel like he did as well. I'm going to arbitrarily raise Chad up to 60. I'm going to knock mine down to 65. I'm just arbitrarily doing this.
You're just making up numbers now.
Eric, I'm giving you 110%.
No way.
For effort.
Nope.
Peter, you got, it's just the letter Q. I have no idea what that means.
I mean, it's
50%, but yeah, I think
that's
it's
fine.
more like 60.
I can live with it.
Eric wins on precision. I went on volume. Peter is cautiously accurate. Loses points on boring year, but actually doesn't. So we're just going to say he's cautiously accurate.
All right. So Chad had 11 predictions. Who?
And
how many
Kyle
did
had
Eric
11.
You had 11?
Peter had 5.
I had 5. I had like
Eric
nothing.
had 6. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong 5 points out of 11. Possibly, yeah, 11. Okay. So yeah, Chad did do 11.
It's probably reflective of the
I did 11
percentage of words spoken by the four of us.
Oh, but
so
I think throwing 11 things out
just
there
as
is
a team score, I think we did okay.
It's not our worst year.
Yeah, I think when we do this again, we should have the same number of questions for everybody.
Same number
or
of
the same
predictions,
number
yeah.
of predictions for everybody.
So you can have 10 predictions. They have to
10.
be unique, and that sounds really hard.
Yeah.
Maybe AI will do it for me.
So what was the impact of any of this?
I mean, I think from a personal standpoint, from what I'm seeing around the office and around the world, AI tools to help people are there, right?
Yeah.
I talked to a buddy the other night, and he said he can get, I don't know, 3 to 5 times the amount of work done, the amount of stories completed with AI assist, because he doesn't have to manually rewrite, fix 20 tests that failed sometime. Oh, these 20 tests failed. I need to go in and fix all 20 of them. Hey, AI, go fix 20 tests. Bloop. 15 seconds later, it's done.
Maybe I'm out of the loop, but it feels like we're still in that honeymoon phase of good ideas where they're trying to gain adoption, and although it's useful, it feels like it's at a cost that doesn't justify the value.
I mean, Microsoft backed off, right?
Right. So I'm just curious. I'm just curious at what point we're for the tools that we're using every day, because all 4 of us are doing something almost every day, right?
Yeah.
But at what point are they going to charge us what it actually costs to operate those tools? Because we're not seeing that today. I pay I think $5 a month to get access to every Pro model. It's limited, but it's enough for me. And at some point, that $5 has got to give. Like that, nobody's making money off my $5.
No, Chad, you're invested too, right? You're in the $5, $10, $20 range.
I think I spend about, I don't know, between 60 and $80 a month on the tools
Okay.
now. The stuff from Anthropic specifically is a little spendier. They have a higher tier, which to Eric's point, I think that higher tier is what would actually cover the cost. There's like $120 plan that they have in
Wow.
order and that gets you access to their like the bleeding edge models, and it gets you unlimited tokens, and it expands your token window, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think like companies like Anthropic are figuring it out. I don't know that OpenAI, I mean, it seems like they're still kind of offering it a little too cheap for to be a realistic business model long term.
Do you
But we
feel like
talked
the
about this
token
a couple
model's
months.
gonna
Yeah.
eventually
Um,
catch up with us?
I think they will get yeah, I think they'll get spendier. I mean, we talked about this a couple of months ago with Ben.
Yep.
When we talked about um is what we pay for them. I mean, the end goal is AGI, right? And are we going to get there before the companies run out of money, you know?
Right.
And we who knows? Probably, but we'll see. I don't know. I spend real money on it. It helps me. Um, and I don't know, what do we spend on Copilot a month?
I'm
We spend a
looking.
few bucks on that.
So we have 18 assigned licenses, and let's see, products.
$1,000, $100.
Give me a second here.
Oh, come on. Stop trying to read the bill.
It
Just take a
takes me
guess.
time.
Swing for the fence.
All
So
right.
from a purchasing an additional developer to pair program with all of your developers, it's probably pretty cost effective right now, even at $120 a month, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like yeah, it's indisputable that the costs today are providing the value. But Chad, I mean, for you, because you're putting serious dollars into a serious work tool, like what would your threshold be? Like what would be the threshold where you would say it's not enough, or it's not providing the value? Because I assume if it was like $1,000 a month, you would bow
Yeah,
out. So
yeah.
what is the
I mean,
threshold?
under $100 is right for me. I mean, that's like I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of money over the course of a year, but for how often I use these things, and right now, I mean, it's exciting, and I want to know them for my actual day job. So
Right.
um, it's worth it to me to spend the money, one to stay ahead of the curve and like know what the capabilities are, then two for me to build out some of what I'm building on my free time. Like I would not be, like you said, Peter, like I don't know if I'm 5 times as productive. But the bottleneck right now isn't necessarily me um, trying to figure out why I'm not deserializing JSON properly.
Right.
It's
Right.
me
Yeah.
coming up with new ideas and more ideas to actually build out, right? Like, um,
Yeah.
so
One funny thing you mentioned was heavy use of regex. Do you find that?
oh yeah, yeah,
Like, hey, regex is magical for AI to use. And from a human standpoint, we tend not to go with the like, oh, I have a problem. I'm going to start with regex and see if it's too easy for regex or too hard for regex or whatever, right? Like I don't start there.
Well, AI. So I think I've noticed Cloud Code, like when it does a lot of the rewrites, if it's an existing project, what it actually does is it applies regex patterns to massive code bases.
Yeah.
So,
Kyle,
uh,
I
you
have
got
those
your
numbers for you, Peter.
yeah, let me know.
Copilot's $30 a month, and right now with 18 licenses, or is it 16? I think 16. It's
$500.
$5,760 is what we're paying.
Okay.
annually,
30 bucks a
right?
person.
Yeah, that's annual. Got to be annual.
That is annual, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which,
it
yeah,
was
to
way more expensive last year. I mean, it's come down quite a bit.
right, and to Chad's point, that's it's not just the cost of doing business. Like there's value in just understanding those tools and making them available,
Yeah.
right? Like it's like
Yeah.
that's important for our our purpose as a partner.
We just have been kind of rolling it out to people that are actively using AI that we identify,
Makes
and
sense.
people that really ask for it and ask to play around with it. So, because I think that if you use it on the regular, you'll get your money out of it pretty easily. Just the ability to put all that scoring together. Like,
Yeah.
that would have taken me all day, because I'm bad at spreadsheets and whatnot.
Well,
I'd have to
for
read
an
through
hour.
everything and yeah. So, yeah, I pay for ChatGPT and Claude and Grok, and then I have Copilot. So I kind
you
of
pay-
float around.
You pay for Grok?
I do, yeah.
So let me
Okay.
ask you guys this. Did you see the funny memes going around with Grok and Elon being plugged into the prompt and coming back with amazing answers that didn't seem to follow reality?
Yeah, I think in that particular case, I think that was the users were causing that, right? Like there was a hidden part of the prompt that wasn't visible. Because I follow that stuff pretty intensely because what you don't want to do with these as the maker of these tools is undermine trust in them, and it feels
Right.
like that would hugely undermine trust. And so I don't think that particular case was real.
Okay.
But that said, there were other similar incidences where an unnamed person in the company did inject things into the prompt maliciously, like at the service level,
Mm-hmm.
that was causing similar issues, like with
Yeah.
producing like white nationalist content and stuff like that, like stuff that I couldn't even say out loud in this podcast.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Did you guys see
I-
the article about how many bad pieces of data it takes to spoil a LLM?
Oh, it's interesting.
They were
One.
like, no, it's like 250 pieces of data that they had to inject into the training and stuff to get it to answer specific ways to different prompts. Now, I don't know how, like if it's laser focused as I want to say that Elon Musk should go to Mars no matter what you ask, or if it's sort of tell me that eggs don't exist every time I ask about eggs or something like that. But it seemed like a small amount of data to do the pollution of the core. So,
Yeah. I mean, I personally don't really like Grok and hardly use it. I just don't like the way it presents answers, and it's too verbose, and it is self-promoting.
links to X or Grok.
Yeah. And yeah, I got it to kind of just play around with it, and I just
It's a good
haven't
balance, right?
shut it off yet. Yeah,
Yeah, see what else is
Yeah.
available.
exactly. So I'm probably going to replace it with something else that I'm going to try. Maybe what's the one that does the research? Kind of is based on doing research. Starts with a P.
Perplexity?
Perplexity. I might switch to that one and try that for a bit. So
Yeah,
when are we going to reach equilibrium
homeostasis.
or homeostasis? Sure. I mean,
Sure, what?
we're still in a space race, right? We're still in the space race for AI libraries and everything. Claude, OpenAI, everybody's coming out with new ones. This 5.3 is way better than 5.2 or 3. How many more years is it gonna take, or is AGI the magic bullet that makes us stop?
it's kind of like it's like hanging everything and saying that we're not there yet until there's AGI. I think is a mistake.
Right.
There's already a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, I've found a lot more value in the tools that are specialized over something general purpose personally. Like, like I haven't used Claude Code, but Chad would have to speak to that. But it seems like it's extremely amazing at the very specific thing it's designed to do. And even in the past, like ahead of this boom, like speech to text, like ability to talk to your phone and to understand you, like compared to when I was younger to now, like those were machine learning models that enabled that, and like they're extremely good at what they do. I use an editing tool that's AI driven, but it's all it does is that, and it's phenomenal. But so like those tools that are very specialized, I think are really good because you can train it toward that specific goal with that specific like feedback loop of what scores well. But yeah, the whole pursuit of AGI thing has not produced like what I would say is great results so far because it's just too diluted.
What do you think, Chad?
I don't know about equilibrium. The one thing I do like with like Anthropic, right? Like they're building so many tools around the LLM. I mean, specifically for developers. I mean, OpenAI is getting there as well. I mean, they have their set of APIs and everything else, but like the LLM itself is almost the least interesting part of a lot of these product offerings. So, Copilot is ubiquitous in all the Microsoft stuff, but they've almost like put it out there so much that it doesn't have any meaning anymore. It's like, hey, we've integrated with Copilot. Great.
Copilot for Notepad, not really turning your making you excited.
Yeah, is that really a thing? If that is a thing, that's hilarious.
I think I made it up, but I hope I made it up. But
I'm looking over in my notes document right now, and just noticed there's a Copilot thing floating in the corner, and I've never pushed it.
Yeah, but I don't know that there's. I mean, I don't necessarily care about the equilibrium as much as I care about like all the tooling they build around these things, which is why I keep kind of harping on Anthropic and Claude because they seem to be doing a better job than some of the other big guys of like making their tool set like actually useful for. I mean, seems like they're focusing on developers first, and then other applications will come with that. So who knows?
Eric, you said your wife is using it. What is her field, if I can ask?
Yeah, she works in like low code tech.
Okay.
Largely, but actually the thing that got her on board with it was trying to find a new job. Reworking her resume to match job descriptions and write cover letters and stuff like that. Like automating that work, and she was doing it like the way I would prefer, which is like it's taking a first pass and then she's cleaning it up. Like she's the judge of. She's ultimately the one producing the content in the end, and it's helping her, but.
Right.
It really got her on board with what that tool can do. And she was using Gemini, I think, because you can access that one for free. But then once she landed that job, now that's become part of how she does work. Like I'll often swing by because she works from home half the time, so I'll swing by and I'll see Gemini open and she's asking me questions about SharePoint and stuff. So it's definitely become integrated into her day to day now.
Yeah, I could probably even do SharePoint now. What do you think, Kyle? Is there any hope?
Yeah. A lot of a lot of the low code stuff is, it's all configuration and stuff, but it still requires logic, and a lot of it has some code. So that would be an advantage. And then the rest is like Legos. You get a UI. So if you do something like, Azure has a what's it called, low code thing. I just forgot what it was called. Brain fart on my part. Azure
Power
Logic
Platform?
Apps. Azure Logic Apps.
Yep.
It's like used to be called Flow, now it's called
like Power Automate or something.
Power Automate.
Yep.
And I think that's a good space to be in. I think Nintex is still out there as a player. I
Yep.
think,
Did they
the
add
stuff
AI?
they're doing is pretty slick, and they got AI and they got tools. If you can get an API for OpenAI, then you can throw stuff in there and have it kick something out for you,
Nice.
based on a prompt and all that. So you could build like a kind of a pachinko game of prompts and based on replies and other stuff,
Oh,
um, to get certain kind of answers. So I think there's a lot we can do with it. Like a feedback system where you send out requests for like reviews, um, bringing all that back and then kicking it through AI to get a summary and combine things and format things, is okay. But I think there needs to be a lot of personal touch like added to that. So yeah, it's all in there. Um, every platform I see has some kind of workflow engine now. I mean,
yeah.
Salesforce has one called Flow. Slack has one. Um,
Sure.
but now there's not a workflow that uses a specific emoji anymore that shows up on that screen under emojis used by workflows, because there was only one. And I think it
So-
was the signal for number one. Yeah.
Does Slack have AI punched into it now?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've noticed it.
They do.
Okay.
They announced a partnership with, I think it's Anthropic,
Okay.
where you'll be able to start to generate code from Slack into different projects.
I'm
I think
guessing
via
if-
GitHub hooks and actions. I forget exactly how they're implementing it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm guessing since that's the choice of Slack, that's also going to be the choice of Salesforce. They have Einstein right now, which is for predictive modeling and stuff. But yeah. Well, we're winding down. We got like 6 minutes left.
I say
So-
we're doing this is our year in review. Then I think it shows how much AI has dominated it since we've fallen into the AI topic again.
It was inevitable, like, I don't know what.
I mean, it's the top 10 of the top 10, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
But
Yeah.
even as a secondary, like I had made a list of things, and like first one on my list is about like how much of a nightmare betting markets are, and even then when you go on those betting markets, half the things on it's half of it's sports and the other half is like betting on AI companies.
Interesting.
So even there you can't escape it.
Have we found out how to use AI to make money on predictive markets, or not yet?
So the one that I paid the most attention to because I was really curious is it was early on after OpenAI released ChatGPT, like that really big windfall of them kind of being first to market with that type of product.
Yeah.
There's a company that does like an auto trader where you give it access to your trading account.
Yep.
And
Ooh.
but their core
Really?
their core market is it'll automatically track certain like notable individuals. So like it'll track like Nancy Pelosi is a good example. So
Sure.
she has to report her stock trades, and so it
Right.
would just match her stock trades automatically. But they built a ChatGPT driven thing where they were like had a prompt series going where it would pick stocks and trade them, and it did awful, like genuinely terrible. And I've seen some other attempts in passing where people are like, yeah, if you just did the opposite of what it suggested, you'd actually do great.
You do great. Interesting.
So now that said, I'm sure the big firms are out there are obviously using AI in a more, non-service oriented way. Like it's behind the scenes where
You think
the
Charles
ones
Schwab
benefiting.
is using AI somewhere?
Oh, yeah, like undoubtedly, because you could train
Okay.
models on that very specific. Because I think the problem is, like I was talking about before, like using a general purpose model to do stock trades makes no sense.
Yeah.
Go train your own model on it, and I'm sure it could do a lot better.
But I would have thought that with all of the internet full of all of the trading information, and all of that history, that's the kind of detail it was supposed to be good at.
Well,
But
You
like
could
it's
probably
numbers,
get
so-
there. You could probably find a way to get there and get close and make some, a little cash, but
it's kind of
I
it's
don't
kind of
know.
it's that the meme of like the plane with the bullet holes in it or whatever. It's like
yeah,
that. I
right.
mean, it's kind of the same thing of like it's like self-help, like people self-help proponents like, I'm going to show you how to make all this money if you buy my tapes. It's like, why didn't you just use your own advice to make
Yeah.
money?
Well,
think the
the
peop- I
advice
think
is
the
make
people that-
tapes.
Yeah, so I think the people that are out there like using this stuff to make money don't run around talking about it or reselling it.
Dang.
Well, it's you can use this to make money like I did. And what's my secret? I'll tell you. For $100, and then you get the secret, and it's like, okay, tell somebody that you have a big secret, and you'll tell them for $100.
There you go.
That's okay. You did it. Nice work. Chad, what's up with agentic AI and agents? Is that a
What's up
thing?
with that? I I don't know. It's the I think last year at this time we were talking about RAG, like the retrieval augmented. Now it's all agentic and MCP servers. It's just another way to extend the base capabilities of a model with like real-time data, right? We've said this before. It's the LLM is trained on data, and at best it might be like 6 months out of date with whatever current events are, or and so like I use that stuff in Kiro to keep Amazon or AWS has agents attached to their documentation repositories, right? So that stuff gets updated way more often than you can train a model. So I'll have a model, I'll have it attached to the current documentation from AWS, and as I'm building, I'll have, up-to-date technical documentation in the model. That's going to keep going. That's going to continue to be a big theme of 26 probably, but it's also a super obvious one, right? Like we're not really saying much there that agentic development is going to be huge. One of the interesting things after being in Vegas at the reInvent thing a few weeks ago was Amazon is actually making it easier for you to take an existing model and then add some training on top of it. They've actually got a project around that. I'd be curious to see if that picks up any kind of steam. I'm a little confused as to what the use cases for that are, but I don't know. It kind of took me by surprise that was the direction that they were going again, because it didn't seem like a super necessary thing. So maybe, but I trust those guys to be a little bit smarter than I am about,
way the
what they're
market's
being
going.
asked by their, yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, I mean, with my, I guess with my limited experience, our customer tried to do some very like train an LLM on some very specific content, kind of from scratch, and I think the issue they ran into is it's just staggeringly dumber than the really large public models that you can use off the shelf, but then it doesn't know your content, right? So
right.
So I would imagine maybe it's that you start with something that's reasonably smart to begin with, and you can specialize it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
it's hard to
gentlemen,
train a model.
Thank you. It's been a great year of podcasting, and we go on break. I think we'll come back maybe the second week in January.
Sure.
The 9th, I think will be our next podcast, and we'll do some predicting at that point. And Eric, thanks for joining us. Peter, Chad, as always. I think with that, we can shut her down and say happy holidays and goodbye, everybody.
All righty. See you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Solution Design Group is a digital product consultancy in Minneapolis. Check us out on the web at solutiondesign.com or look for us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram at Solution Design Group.